Hi Aquarius, welcome to the channel. So today I'm actually going to do a reading I haven't done in forever. It is a past, present, future reading. I always pull the cards ahead of time on these readings just because they take a really long time to get through all of the energy since you're talking about such a long stretch of time. So I always start with the past energies, and so we're going to get into yours. The Devil, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Swords was your original set of cards. And then I clarified all of those. So looking at your clarifiers, it looks like in the past you may have been either stuck in a toxic situation, and the Devil came out twice, both in the original spread for the past and for the clarifiers. So there was either something very toxic going on, something very, could be very hedonistic going on. Might have been something very kind of like a lusty past energy. Although your Devil in the original spread was clarified by the Eight of Swords, and that can be obsessive thinking. So you could have been obsessively thinking about, it looks like someone you wanted to communicate with, maybe move things forward with this Page of Wands and this Three of Wands. You have an Ace of Swords back in the past that was clarified by Justice, Two of Swords and the Devil. It feels a lot like maybe you came to some realization that the right thing to do is hold back from either this thing you're obsessed about or was obsessed with you potentially. Could be, again, a heavy energy of like sexual energy. We have the Queen of Wands on the bottom of your original deck, and that is very much can be a very sexual court card. I mean, the Queen of Wands is, very powerful and very knows who she is. And she appears in your reading twice. So in the past, there may have been somebody that you were just very wrapped around the axle about. It looks like you decided to hold yourself back from that person, or you can reverse this reading if need be. They decided to hold themselves back from you. Could even be a mutual feeling of holding back from each other. But whatever it was, you had a deep realization that there was some kind of obsession or some kind of toxicity that you were really stuck in the past, and you've decided to hold back from that, or they've decided to hold back from that. Interesting, for your present reading, I pulled an emotion card and it came out as peaceful, but I also pulled a second emotion card and it came out as unfulfilled. So that's kind of an energy of a little bit of things being peaceful in the present, but maybe you're a little bored with that because your present spread is the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. And we'll talk about your clarifiers in a second. So the initial spread with the peaceful card, and considering that Page of Pentacles was clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, feels like you're just showing up to your job, you're doing your work, you're focusing on that. You are kind of not trying to engage in any kind of, low level, low vibe energy. I do have a Seven of Swords here, which a lot of people read as deception, but it came out with the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. It feels like you are trying your best to avoid a Queen of Wands or communicating with the Queen of Wands, possibly even having relations with the Queen of Wands. There's just something you're holding back from very strongly, and you're focusing on work. Eight of Swords, again, is that energy of kind of like stuck in something. Could be stuck in your mind, could be stuck in a situation. The Eight of Swords back in the past feels like you were stuck in something toxic. This feels like just an energy of staying put to me. Like I said, maybe focusing on work, trying to keep away from trouble. However, you did get a Five of Wands clarifying the Eight of Swords. So wherever you're stuck at, there is at the very least a potential for conflict. There may be people perhaps at your job that are trying to get in your business and are maybe trying to cause problems. You have the King of Swords, and this definitely, I think, is your energy because King of Swords is Aquarius. I think you're being very methodical and strategic about what might be happening right now. So if you are like at a toxic workplace, could be that you got involved with the Queen of Wands at a toxic workplace. This Page of Pentacles feels a little bit like somebody coming into your work, so it might not even be somebody who works with you day in and day out. If you work in a public-facing job, could be someone that you met in that position. But it feels like you're being very strategic about what's going on. It feels a little bit like sure, it's peaceful right now, but like a little bit of a powder keg in the present that could go off with these Five of Wands here. And this just weird like energy of being strategic. So So if you have something going on, and again, it doesn't necessarily have to be at your work. It could just be something you're working on with that Eight of Pentacles and that Page of Pentacles. However, like I said, I am concerned there's two Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands seems to be who you're trying to hold back from. And I think that correlates to that Devil energy in the past. Your future is really interesting because your original cards were the Four of Cups, Temperance, and the Two of Cups. And I clarified Four of Cups because, you know, all the cards can mean multiple things. And so Four of Cups was clarified by the Eight of Wands and then by the Seven of Wands. Feels to me in the future, you're going to continue to hold back from that sexual energy. It could be that you are going to reject a new beginning with someone. And Seven of Wands confirm that. That's an energy of holding back and not engaging in that. Blocking, protecting. Temperance and the Eight of Wands. Temperance, tempering, you know, Eight of Cups. I said Eight of Wands. Eight of Cups is walking away from something. There's definitely something you are choosing not to engage in the present, not to engage in the future. But it's interesting, after all of this energy of holding back, you have a Two of Cups and the Lovers in your future, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. So to me, that makes me think that there's something on the horizon, and I don't know if you're aware of it yet or not. This could be Gemini, another air sign. There could be a soulmate connection coming in, or even a soulmate connection you're already aware of, and that's why you're holding back from all this like toxic devil energy. It's like, no. I know what my Two of Cups is. I know what my soulmate is. I know who my Queen of Pentacles is. I'm not getting involved in this other shenanigans and potentially blowing up this future prospect. Or, since this is the near future that we're talking about, this person could be coming in to your life, and it may turn out to be good that you are working on all of this energy of holding back, trying to stay in a peaceful energy, even though it might be boring for an air sign. I'm an air sign, I understand that. So all this work that you're doing, and this could be work on yourself too, and all this like staying in your King of Swords energy could be helping you when you get to the future and this Two of Cups Lovers comes in. Like I said, both cards of a soulmate, and this Queen of Pentacles. It's like, I'm gonna reject this Ace of Wands experience for this Queen of Pentacles, is what it feels like. So this could be a male Aquarius that I'm talking to, but if you're a female Aquarius, just remember, you know, these energies are really more representative of not the gender of the person, but this could be like a Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very nurturing, very good with money, that type of thing. So it could just be a man who's a little bit more in touch with their, you know, both sides, their feminine and their masculine kind of a thing, because there are definitely, you know, nurturing men out there. So Aquarius, it feels like I said, overall energy, you're pretty peaceful right now. You're putting in the work, be it on yourself or at a job, strategic, avoiding toxicity. Looks like your past was filled with toxicity potentially. Either that, or there was someone you were literally obsessed with sexually in the past, or was sexually obsessed with you. Lots and lots of energy of being stuck on that, but then deciding to kind of block it and focus on these other things. It must still be in your life though, with this, you know, energy here in the center. It does feel like with the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the other deck that there's a major change coming for you, and this is usually a big positive change. If it's upside down, it's more of a negative change, but Wheel of Fortune on the bottom, and it looks like you're just being very, very smart about what you're doing, and it looks like you're choosing to avoid conflict, really at the heart of this, and avoid temptation so that you can get to this Two of Cups future. That's what it feels like, Aquarius. So hopefully this past, present, and future reading makes sense to you. If you have a chance, please like and subscribe. They're both free and they support the channel. Hopefully this helps, and I will see you next time.